On January 27, 2021 at 4:39 in the afternoon, Gretchen Howard from Robinhood texted Vlad, the CEO of Robinhood, and she said, just a FYI, that Dan and I are joining Jim at 5 p.m. on a call with Citadel. They who? Citadel reached out to who? To Robinhood and wanted to speak this evening, and we believe they will make some demands on limiting payment for order flow across the board. We won't agree to anything, but wanted to give you a heads up. 5 minutes later, Vlad responded, okay. And 20 seconds later, he responded, maybe this would be a good time for me to chat with Ken Griffin. Page 50. Like many other market makers, Citadel Securities grew increasingly concerned about the magnitude of the payment for order flow rebates it might be required to pay Robinhood associated with the GameStop and AMC, given Robinhood's unique payment for order flow rate structure in the unprecedented trading environment. What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, I want to talk about the lawsuit I'm working on and the case that I'm putting together against Citadel, Virtue, and the rest of them concerning payment for order flow and the consequences that it's had on retail investors. Okay? Now, I was sitting there working on the lawsuit a couple days ago, and when I got through typing it out, I was rereading it, and I said, stop. That's just speculation. We don't know for sure whether Citadel and Robinhood conspired with one another to remove the buy button or not. So I knew that if I'm going to have this in the lawsuit, I'm going to have proof. So I did a little digging here and there, and I couldn't get anywhere with it. I had to set it off to the side, give it a breather, let it percolate in the back of my mind, and I would do something else to occupy my time. So I worked on the ebook, and I went over there and talked to Ann, and I said, okay, Ann, go ahead and give me the next chapter of the book. So she spit it out, and when she got done and I read it, my jaw dropped, and I said, are you fucking serious? Did this really happen? I have to keep the book as accurate as possible now. And she said, of course it's accurate. And I said, can you prove that? Well, she just typed in that story. And she said, yes, page 50 of the GameStop report, which is what I just read to y'all. Here's what happened, people. They were talking, Citadel and Robinhood were talking back and forth on the 27th and 28th concerning the volatility in the stock and the fact that there was so much volume coming in and the price was moving up so fucking fast that Citadel couldn't afford it. And they wanted a rebate on the payment for order flow rate that they were paying. That right now, while everything's the way it is, let's drop the payment for order flow down to this, and then when it's over with, we'll pick it back to where it was. And guess what? You just heard the email. The woman, Gretchen, told Vlad they were going to have to meet with Citadel concerning the payment for order flow rating and how they want to lower it. We're not going to agree to anything, she said, but we're going to go ahead and have the meeting. And Vlad said, okay. Then he said, well, maybe it's time for me and Ken Griffin to talk. All right. Now, I rented the movie Dumb Money, and there's a scene in Dumb Money where he gets the phone call. Watch this.
Slow down, Norm. What did you say?
The NSCC just sent us a file. They want a deposit of $3 billion to clear all the trades coming in.
Wait, who?
They're a subsidiary of the DTCC, and they're requesting $3 billion.
Okay. Sorry, it's a little loud in here. I thought you just said $3 billion.
I did.
But we don't have $3 billion, Norm.
That's correct. Gretchen, Dan, and I are going to jump on a call with Citadel at 9.
Maybe this would be a good time for me to chat with Ken Griffin.
Sure. We'll mention that.
Right in that movie, the way that actor that played Vlad throughout the whole show captured his emotions that was going on. Did you see where he said, we're getting on the phone with Citadel at 9? And Vlad's hand went to his mouth, and it was like, oh, fuck. Maybe this is a good time for me and Ken to talk. Well, that was perfect with what was going on in the emails. Let me tell you something, people. Vlad did not want to change the rebate on the payment for order flow for Citadel. So Citadel said, fuck you then, we're not going to take the order flow. Look right here on page that Robinhood's people expressed willingness internally away from Citadel Securities if Citadel Securities relationship manager didn't like the new pricing model, and others will be happy to take it at normal rates. Man, they were being so cocky to Ken Griffin and them. Ken's going, look, man, you got to work with us on this right now. And Robinhood and their people are going, man, fuck you. And Ken Griffin said, oh, fuck me, we won't take the order. Page 52 of the GameStop report. Citadel security employees described this telephone conversation as blunt and indicated in the call that if Robinhood was unwilling to take action to limit the payment for order flow rebates being generated, Robinhood would need to look elsewhere to route trades. All right, and so Ken Griffin got pissed off, and they said, you know what, fuck you and that payment for order flow. And it says here that Robinhood ended up on January 30th sending out a memorandum. They lowered the fucking payment for order flow rates. So Ken Griffin won that fight. But Vlad thought he was going to hold out and put a strong arm to Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin said, oh, you want to strong arm me, motherfucker? And he put it on their ass. And when they called about the margin call, Ken said, don't call us. That's that motherfucker over there. You call him. And at 3:30 in the morning, he got the phone call. That's why everything went south. Robinhood was being dickheads to Citadel. Citadel had to put Vlad in his place. And it was a perfect plan. What Ken Griffin ended up doing, he never touched any evidence in the case. It was his people always handling it, okay? But here's the thing. This proves my case on payment for order flow. All right? That the market makers can refuse those orders, and when they do, it falls on the broker, and the broker can't execute it because they don't have the money, and so the shares do what? They go FTD. So, big step there in the lawsuit. I'm getting ready to start formulating it, putting it all together. I'm not going to be able to read it to y'all, but you can read the book on what I perceive has happened and Ann has perceived has happened through all the facts that we have. So with that, you can get the book down below. You got the first 3 chapters of the second book, and you got an opportunity to get the other one for $3.99. Love y'all. Be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.